Hello, welcome to this video. We're going to be installing Cockpit, and then I'm going to proceed to show you how to use it to monitor your systems. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm using a Debian-based system, so I'm going to be using sudo apt install Cockpit. Ooh, do I spell it right? Cockpit, and then hit enter. Yes. It's going to install the man pages for the Cockpit system. Ignore those possible missing. That's for my AMD GPU. Alright, so I do have the Cockpit in there. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. And we can go ahead and go over and bring a browser up. There you go. Let's see. 7.0.0.1. It's a little slow because I am in a remote session. And we want to go to port 9090. See if we can view that. And voila. There we go. Should be. So we want to log in with our server user account. Alright, so now I am logged in, and we can see all of our information, the host name, the manufacturer and the products, how long it's been up, the hardware details, the CPU and memory. So it has 12 logical CPUs, and it has 32 gigs of RAM in it, or memory. I know it's showing 31. And last successful login was today, October 14th. You can look at logs, your storage, your networking. Let's look at storage. I don't want to necessarily give up all my information in the logs and networking, but let's go over to the hard drives. Let's see what type of files and the file system devices I have. All right, you can look at what I have here. The format, the size is 2 terabyte drive or 4 terabyte drive. Then at mounted at the root level, my drive is 23 gigs. And then here is another partition for vars. It's 8 gigs. Temp is 1.4 gigs. So it goes down to the partition level as well. Then you have the home drive or directory, which is 91 gigabytes. Now, I don't have any network file share mounts. And then I didn't install anything that would actually represent it anyways, but I don't have any network file storage attached. All right. Then if we go here, we can see accounts. We have Sherm, which is my account. Let's see if I can blow this up a little bigger so that you can see it. So we have the account Sherm, and then we have root. We're logged in, and what groups I'm a part of right here. You can see all the user accounts and what groups that they're part of. Then it shows services, right? I have accounts daemon, Bluetooth, cockpit, Colord. These are all things local to this system. Right. Targets, right? Running and not running. And then what sockets I have open. DNS, DHCP. This is a great way to monitor your systems, and even not just for like home use, but also for production use. If you're in an enterprise setting, this is something that you and your team could be using and should be using if it's available to you. Anacron timer, daily app timer. You can see all these different things, these different timers that are on here by system. And you have this. So if we wanted to search app daily timer, we could actually search for it and see if it's running and enabled. And we got system based and then user based items. All right. So if we go to services, it should be users based on by user, by system. Okay. Then we have the networking, cockpit configuration of networking manager and firewall D. Then we have storage, where you can manage the storage. And like I showed you earlier. Then you have a terminal. So if you want to do this remotely and manage this, so if I exit out of this, if I exit out of the item here, and I bring up the IP on my network, so right here I have 9090. If I say advance, I say accept the risk, I can then log in remotely with the same user that's local to that system, and I can come here and just select the terminal. So if I wanted to make this open facing to the internet, I could do that as well with like dynamic DNS, and get and request a DNS name, and then I could do that and manage it. But see, I can go LS/LH here. I can look at different system stuff here. I can say uptime. I can do all of those things. I can manage that from this web browser, right? That's why I love Cockpit. Um, it's actually a great system to use. If I wanted to add another host to manage, I just enter in the IP address of said host, so on my network. I could add that again, and then the color for it would be green. Accept key and connect, and then I put in the password. I can make a key password if I want here, and I'm going to do that. Login failed. Let's take this off. What? Oh, that's why. Ha! Wrong password. Alright, so now if I go, so host, oh, that should work. Did it not work? 1, 2, 1, 6, 7, 4, 0. Let's change that color though. Do purple or dark purple. Select that, add color. We're going to do Alright, so I do have to have Cockpit installed on my local system, so we're going to do that here. I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, exit. I was in there remotely. Sudo apt install Cockpit. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. And I'm going to bring this back up. And I'm going to have everything preloaded to do what I needed to do. So that I can make this happen. Alright, okay, now that's done. Should be able to log in and have that working. Alright, so we have two systems over here, and it has my host name. One is VirtMax, where I put all my virtualization software on, and then the other is DevMain, which is my main host. It can tell me all my hardware here. It's been up for 7 days. It only has 16 gigs of RAM. It has 16 logical CPUs. 2 services have failed as far as health. It tells the motherboard I have, machine ID, uptime, um, and the host name. It's probably too much anyways. Alright, 2 services have failed. I'll raise network interfaces. Salt Minion, right? I have Salt installed on it, but it failed to start. But that's the end of that video. Alright. And we'll be coming back with more items, adding more hosts, how you can really manage and add something like this and use something like this in your environment.